Hey everyone, this is Chase from Northern Illinois University. Today I'm going to be showing you a great way to combine cardio with ab training with one of my favorite and most demanding ab workouts. All of these moves are done from the plank position on your hands, and the way that I set this up to make your core work the most is by making sure that your core is parallel to the floor. This will demand a lot from your abs and make you work to keep them up. So whenever I'm going into a plank, either on the elbows or the hands, I always like to focus on having my core parallel to the floor while squeezing my glutes and pulling the shoulders down. This setup really engages both ends of your core and will help you to not only stay stable during the plank, but also lets you know when your form begins to suffer and it's time to stop. Squeezing the glutes will help make sure that your butt isn't going too high in the air, and the pulling down of the shoulders activates the lats, which helps make your core stable and not allow the low back to arch down too much. Initially, these muscles may give out before your abdominals do, and if this is the case for you, you're going to want to do a max effort set of holding a plank in this manner while squeezing the glutes and the lats, that is, for 1 to 3 times a day, and your endurance in these muscles will quickly improve, and then you'll be able to start really working your core. And for now, you just want to build the foundation before you start focusing in on those abs. So you have 2 choices for this routine. You can either do the intervals or a circuit. And if your goal is to really tax the cardiovascular system and to lose weight, I would go for the intervals. You're going to be moving your body much faster with these and won't get quite as much of a squeeze in your abs, but you'll be increasing your metabolism and burning more fat than in the circuit. And on the other hand, if you already have a pretty low body fat percentage and your goal is to get the abs stronger and more defined, really kind of popping out, then you're going to want to go for the circuit, which uses more time under tension to really build the muscle. So each rep of these is done in a controlled manner for the circuit, and you're really focusing on squeezing those abs at the end range of motion with your legs. And you can also repeat the circuit over and over again until you're tired as you progress. Again, both will have the benefits of working your abs and cardiovascular system. One is just meant to be done at a faster pace than the other. So here's the difference in how the interval versus the circuit would look like for one of the exercises, the side knee to elbow plank. So each of these exercises uses the legs going at a different angle to hit your abs from all directions. The first is the side knee to elbow plank, which we just saw. And a breakdown of this is in a plank position on either your hands if you are a beginner or on the elbows if you're advanced. Bring one knee to the outside of your body as close to the same side elbow as possible. Return the leg so that you're in the plank position again, and then quickly do the same with the opposite leg. This will work your outer ab muscles, including the internal external obliques and the transverse abdominis, since your leg is going to the outside of the body, which will cause a slight bend of the torso to occur. The second exercise is the double leg plank hop or mountain climber if you're a beginner. So from a plank position on your hands, jump both legs in towards your chest, keeping your weight on your hands. Immediately jump back to the starting position. So this will work the rectus abdominis pretty directly since both legs are coming straight in line with your core. Like I said, if this exercise is too difficult to perform with the jumping, mountain climbers can be subbed in for them also, which is the same idea, only you're bringing one knee up at a time while keeping your back flatter. And this last exercise crosses the leg across your core, which will work a little bit of everything. When your left leg crosses, your left internal and external oblique, transverse abdominis, and rectus abdominis all contract. I call these cross climbers. Set up as if you're going to do mountain climbers in a plank position on your hands. Without letting the hips turn too much, cross one leg under your body towards the opposite side elbow, squeezing the abs to dictate how far you can go. Return to the starting position and then change legs. So again, depending on your goal, you can either do intervals or a circuit. The intervals will look like this for your fitness level. A beginner will do 30 seconds of an exercise followed by a 60-second rest, repeat that 3 to 4 times, and then go on to the next exercise. The intermediate people will do 30 seconds of work followed by a 30-second rest, and that will be repeated 4 to 5 times, and then move on to the next exercise. And the advanced folk will take 30 seconds to do the exercise followed by a 15-second rest, and repeat that 4 to 6 times, and then move on to the next exercise. So for the intervals, you'll be doing 30 seconds of work for all of them pretty much, and then depending on how many repeats you do, once you get through all of those, you'll just move on to the next exercise, do the same thing, so 30 seconds of work, let's say 15 seconds rest for the advanced, and then you'll repeat that anywhere up to 6 or more times, depending on how advanced you really are. And then, so for the circuit, this one's a little bit different. So you're going to do one set of one exercise, then moving on to the next two exercises, and then you'll rest and repeat for the given number of circuit, how many repeats you're going to do for the circuit. So for beginners, you're going to do 5 reps per leg per exercise, and then you're going to repeat the circuit 3 times, and you're going to take a 60-second rest between each circuit. And an intermediate fitness person will do 7 reps per leg per exercise, repeating the circuit 4 times with just 45 seconds rest in between each one. And then an advanced person would do 9 reps per leg per exercise, repeating the circuit 5 or more times with 30 seconds rest between each one. So make sure, again, kind of in the demo that I showed, doing the difference between the different speeds, make sure that you're following along each of those depending on which one you're doing, so that you really get the most benefit for which one you're trying to do for your goal. So if you're doing the circuit, make sure you're going nice and slow, getting a nice contraction at the top of each rep. Whereas if you're doing the intervals, make sure that you're just going as quick as you're able to. Now if you are a true beginner, as in you have no previous exercise experience, make sure that you're able to at least hold a plank on your hands for 1 minute before trying the interval or the circuit. You're going to want to start slow and get used to each of the movements before you really start to push yourself also. So once you begin getting less out of breath or less sore, then it's time to move on to the next level. You can also increase the frequency of days that you do this after about 3 to 4 weeks of doing your workout once per week. So let's say that you start doing this on a Tuesday. Then after 3 weeks, and you're a little more comfortable with it, you can add another day in of doing the same workout on a Thursday or later. As you progress through an exercise or workout over time, your body becomes better at repairing itself afterwards. You can have 1 or 2 days of rest before working the same muscle group again. The max would probably be about 3 times per week of doing one of these workouts. So that could be a Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or a Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday schedule once you're really used to it and you really need something else to build those abs. So as I said, this is a very effective routine, and when done consistently should allow you to start seeing progress in about 4 to 6 weeks. And you're going to want to use progress pictures or body part circumferences to check your progress at least once a month, as this will keep you motivated and show you where you're improving at. Keep in mind that for fat loss, oftentimes the first place that the body likes to store fat is the last place that it likes to come off. So don't give up on the journey and get too discouraged just because you aren't seeing progress in a certain problem area. It may just be one of the later areas to come off, so stick with it. Also, don't forget to stretch after these workouts, as this will help lessen any soreness that you may experience. My favorite is to do the up-facing dog yoga pose. I hope you all enjoy this routine, and I will see you next time.